So believe it or not, the iPhone 11 is quickly becoming quite an important phone nowadays. And it's very, very funny because before, I didn't think the iPhone 11 was going to be as impactful as it was. But when Apple ended up, selling a lot of these units, and when Apple continued to sell this thing for years and years on end, so many people ended up basically love to have this type of iPhone at that price tag at $499. At its last breath, basically at its last point, this, about 4 months ago, when this iPhone was at that $499 price tag, and Apple started to release the iPhone 14s, it was quickly, kind of showing us as to how great of an iPhone the iPhone 11 was when it first came out, and even when it, officially kind of got, unsupported with official sales from Apple. And that is a very interesting thing because not only is this iPhone an important iPhone in terms of, it still being around and it being very popular still, and you can buy this thing all over the place for very cheap in the used market, but also a lot of the lessons that Apple can actually learn about this iPhone to actually turn around their, lagging in sales, iPhones in order to actually start selling some, basically selling a lot of units. Apple has to remember that most probably with the way Apple's going right now, that they just need to get more people's hands onto as many iPhones worldwide as possible. They can go ahead and do what Google and all these other manufacturers do afterwards and, put ads in their phones, which is probably what they're already doing. So they kind of have to look at something like an iPhone 11 where they didn't go and reinvent the wheel. They didn't go and just make this iPhone like $100 more expensive randomly. They went ahead and gave us a really good upgrade. They didn't, blow our socks off. That still had an IPS panel, still only a dual camera setup and everything, and not that high of a resolution panel either. But because this iPhone was at that $699 price tag, we were basically able to see that this iPhone was a way better phone than its predecessor, and a lot of people ended up upgrading. I'm sure there were a lot of people who even own an iPhone XR who did end up upgrading to the iPhone 11. So why is that important? Well, there's been so many reports coming out recently where basically everyone's saying Apple is, having a hard time understanding why their iPhone 14 and 14 Plus are not selling too well. And if I have to bring that down to one thing, it's because of their iPhone pricing strategy. They can eliminate some iPhones here and there in their lineup, I do agree, but they should go ahead and probably, if I'm being honest, reduce the price tag, which I think Apple is considering. They need to reduce the price tag of those iPhones, and then maybe they can go ahead and start, increasing the price tag a little bit later. But to do it every year, we saw a price increase with the iPhone 12. We saw another price increase with the iPhone 14 Plus. I think Apple needs to kind of slow down their price increases and kind of focus on making good quality upgrades at, the same price tag for as long as possible. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.